already disagreeing. Like, oh, we're a disgruntled couple at this stage, Breaky. No. Will a towel be
Warlord
denied?
Beastmaster factor. You got Pango. I think BetBoom's got these Roshan kills.
Yeah, but it's an SF and it's Ravage, right? So
yeah, we'll see.
So I'm thinking who gets the first Roche, because like in my mind, whoever starts to get Roche lead in this game is likely to take it. Because even
we
when
only
these
have so much
Ross
time
can
here.
snowball.
No time to explain it fully. Will a tower be denied?
Okay.
Yes.
No. Go on, it continues. We hate each other.
Total number of teleports canceled by stun at 25 minutes.
2.
What do we got? Yeah, I could. Yeah, sure, 2.
And
total number of trees destroyed by 30. We got.
That's gonna be 170.
301 plus.
It's 301. It's 301. Go 301. It's the primal beast in the game.
I'm good to go now.
This guy just presses W and deletes about 20 trees at a time. So then everyone's eating tangos. Then I'm not actually sure. Like maybe someone on the prediction team could tell me. Like with the trees destroyed, I don't know if it counts when acorn shot trees despawn.
Oh, that's a good point, actually, yeah. Probably not. I would assume not. It probably just registers only the actual trees that are up from the beginning. So,
but even without that detail, Breaky, there is a Beastmaster as well. So yeah, I think 301's a safe bet. We've saved people.
That's what I was thinking.
Well, actually, we haven't saved people because of the delay between us like coming across in the cast. And yeah, no, people missed their bets.
Unfortunate. Contesting going on for the bounty runes. Just simply make it a 2 for 2. Tim's kind of snatches the one in the dire jungle. Could have been cut at top.
I've got the Blightstone. I like this with the SF. They're going to be able to bully the troll pretty effectively. Even the Undying, actually. Like, you got this health, but you haven't got armor.
Well, to that point, so yeah, sending the Shadow into the top lane, and Tidehunter's making his way bottom.
Makes sense. Like, SF's weakness in these out lanes is because he scales slower. There's that whole idea that I can't walk on top of an SF isn't as true because his Shadow Razors aren't as powerful as quickly as a mid SF. So your immobility against things like boars can get you killed. Oh, nice snipe.
Another courier kill.
Oh, by the way, the other thing, by doing the lanes this way, like Enchantress is on the Beastmaster lane, so he has to do an Axis build. You can't level boar.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah, Scam is ready to steal those creatures if they get summoned. So to that point, level 1 Axis already leveled up.
And the other cool thing about Ench on this lane is she mirrors the Skywrath. Like, movement speed-wise, they're more or less neck and neck, but you have an armor advantage, plus sustain. So overall, given time, Boom's lineup comes out ahead in this lane because Roger can't compete.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very good insight as to why Enchantress was picked up in that 4th spot. In reaction to the Beastmaster Skywrath, I remind you that, as you're kind of referring to, it definitely very, very powerful pickup.
Yeah, he even started with Nature's Attendant, which I love that little detail. A lot of people would have came to this lane with Enchant, but it makes sense because your Tide doesn't want to try to kill yet. He probably wants level 3 with a point in each, maybe, before he starts to assist, at which stage you can have Gust plus Enchant against this poor little chicken that, as you may notice this day, still has 0 armor to start with. They improved it, though. I think it used to be truly 0, and now it's 0.8, but it's still abysmal.
Oh, man, noticed? Is he dead?
Tim's? Oh, Tim's gone.
Tim's gone. Bottom lane noticed. Might be gone as well. He sure is. So the first blood going the way of BetBoom, but Boom responds.
Yeah, so one more piece. Kind of a rough start to this top lane, but kind of to be expected. Like, the Blightstone is nice, as I mentioned, but until you've got 2 levels on the Shadow Fiend, like 2 points in maybe Necromastery or Shadow Raise, these melee ranged hybrid heroes are just going to dive you because you don't have enough damage to keep them away.
Middle lane, I'm watching. Okay, Yopaj pushing out Pango. That trample. Back for CS there, but back to the bottom lane, Roger. Now he's in a bad spot, and FBC just walks on over and throws in the anchor smash. The bait is real.
Yeah, so he started to get the Ench low, but I'm surprised he commits to that stage, considering there's a wand on Scam. This is such a good one lane. You know, occasionally there's going to be axes thrown out because Notice needs to secure CS, and then you're against the Skywrath. If a Skywrath isn't spamming spells, he should not be playing Skywrath.
see Beastmaster goes the inner beast there, so more wild axes. It is crazy that a support hero like this could just completely deter a Beastmaster from going arguably his like best ability.
It's crazy that one support pick can dismantle an entire lane, right? Mid though. Yeah, just you know, I love Gary B. He made a comment in response to Haas on Twitter, pointing out like, you know, what a fun hero with this like initiation tool, this 2000 range. I was like, yes, also a 2000 range get out of jail free card.
Yep. Yopaj staying alive. He's got the bottle, got the water rune. Back to farm he goes. 18-10 against an 18-5 Pango, so has a deny advantage, but overall Pango keeping up with the CS.
Yeah.
CS though, Shadow Fiend's looking very good.
Exactly. Like this should happen as well because Soniqs can only do so much with no armor. Like you can get all this health, but at the end of the day, you're gonna be trading with 2 Agi heroes. So while you reduce their HP, you don't reduce their damage.
Yeah, he's 29-4 up here. Troll Warlord 18-5. Dealing with this hoodwink harassment.
Yeah, good job by Dahak to just chop all these trees as well. Tims doesn't have an option to try and curve shot onto Dahak, because if you stun him, he gets raised twice, and all of a sudden, it's actually pressure onto the Troll Warlord.
Five minutes coming up. There's a rotation mid lane from Skywrath, but not much is going to come out of it. Is already hiding, falling back.
And they're going to farm it. Scam is suddenly in the top lane because Tide is completely unleashed. He doesn't need help anymore. They're going to just dive now, and Soniqs could die. That's going to force the TP rotation. Nice stun coming out to Hawk. They can't get the follow-up damage. Still, they do force the TP rotation up here, and Tims will live.
Tims?
Or not. What? He had one.
Dead. 9 stacks, yeah, he definitely could have used right there, but
I don't think he believed he died.
But Yopaj believes. He just charges in, does this primal beast thing, and gets a free kill on a Skywrath and teleports back mid.
As you do, rotating a level 5 as a mid primal beast. Didn't even wait for the pulverize at level 6. Probably wishes he did, because he probably could have got a follow-up kill into Dahak instantly. But instead, he can just arrive in the back in the mid lane in time to stop this push in from the Pango.
Yeah. Let's say Shadow Fiend missed one of his raises there on a Troll Warlord as they were diving. So I think that was kind of the moment of, okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't do this. And then we saw the hoodwink falling after committing a little too much. But again, they traded out. And now Laurel is rotating. He is level 6. He's got an invis. This is big.
Uh-oh. Oh, next to a wall as well. Jackie Boys instantly dodges though, but I don't think, I don't believe.
Heal? Skem's heal?
Wait, no, he can't reach him. He's dead.
No! Very well played by Laurel.
Yeah, just clip Scam before he can get in range. Really important detail there. Lol. It's good on the rotation. Bot lane, great rotation coming out from Yopaj. Secures a big kill onto the Beastmaster.
Yeah, these mids doing work. Rotating, getting kills.
He still hasn't used Pulverize.
Yeah.
Why even level at this stage?
How about our new mid lane, by the way? Hoodwink versus Undying. Let's go.
Woohoo! I actually like that they gave XP priority to Tims. Hoodwink is one of the most impactful heroes to quickly get 6. You can talk about these ideas of things like Echo Slam, but the difference with Hoodwink is how low cooldown Sharpshooter is and how much damage it does against each target. 550 at max.
Yeah. That is plentiful.
Yeah, there's like not many spells that compare, right? Like now that I think about, maybe the other obvious one is Pulverize on a POS for Primal Beast. But that's a high mark.
As far as the Pulverize or the Sharpshooter damage?
In terms of like priority for 6, because like you can think of the obvious ones like Enigma, Shaker. Sorry, I should have explained it better. Like Shaker and all these heroes, like oh, big Echo Slam, oh, big Black Hole. But the cool thing about these type of abilities is the high impact and low cooldown.
Yeah, yeah. I was thinking like Finger of Death or something like that, but I guess it's much longer.
That's such a big cooldown, though. Yeah.
Yeah. Bottom lane, Beastmaster gonna be jumped in. Oh, there's a Primal Roar. However, the Ravage coming out. He does have Pulverize, but not enough mana for it. It's not gonna matter. Gets the kill. He uproars after the fact, and he's in trouble. Yopaj TP out. I said in trouble. Never mind. He's good. FPC, is he in trouble? He is tanky boy. on this Tidehunter. He's got that Hooded Defiance, has another Anchor Smash to use as well. The knockbacks constantly from Laurel into the Swashbuckle, and they will cut him down. So they make the kill on the Tide.
Yeah, they at least get the Tide in the end. He did commit the Ravage. Good read by your Page. As soon as you're like, he doesn't have enough Pulverize, like, yeah, but he has enough for a TP. The funny part is, Tide, I don't know if his stick was on cooldown and Sol Ring was as well, but if he used either one of them, he probably could have TP'd out as well before the Pango gets the ult off. So maybe a way that they all could have dodged death, but good read by BetBoom to respond in force, especially after the Ravage gets committed, maybe slightly earlier than intended.
Just love the animation of this hero too. With the comes back middle lane, trample.
I told you, man. He just looks mad all the time. Like anything and everything he does, he looks angry. Taxes, like tuition. I don't know what it is, but someone's really got him right. You know what it is? I figured it out, Breaky. He's so angry because he knows he's getting nerfed after TI.
Yeah, that's. I mean, well, yeah, there's certainly a good chance of that, but it's still TI, and he has got to be happy about that at least. Might be involved here as Dahak, rolling axis, farming nearby. Battle Fury is queued up, by the way. Here he has a broadsword towards it.
Sounds good on SF. Interception. Your Page trying to save the day. The Pulverize is going to keep him alive. They'll turn around and take out the Pango. Jackie boys will live. Not enough damage out from Roger.
That is massive. The Tombstone, though, making this so Boom can't really overcommit to make more happen. But you know what? The fact that they keep Shadow Fiend alive and they kill the Pango in response, you got to be satisfied with that. So yeah, Boom playing it careful. The Tombstone, 8 more seconds. Don't want to give it up. Soniqs trying to deter them, but he's not going to be able to successfully. And that's 150 going the way of Schem as a result.
Not just that, Jackie boys, he walked away just in time to stack the camps as well. So he hangs around to farm after stacking both the Ancients and the close by camp. But fight still happening top of Schem. They're going to have to commit the wrong Thunder just to get a kill on the Ench. That'll be all they'll get for it, though. I mean, overall, you've got to be happy as Boom. Not only do you keep SF alive, but you drag all these heroes top, and they only find a measly kill on Ench for it.
Yeah, he TP'd back up there after his death, remember, and he resurrects and he TP's back up to make the kill happen. So I'm with you. I mean, sure, he can still get some farm out of it, too, but I don't think BetBoom Esports is too worried about that happening. And Tim's, he is level 6 now, has that sharpshooter. And he's still getting some more solo experience for the time being. Primal Beast off over towards the Ancients, and the fact is going to go another stack of the Ancients in the meantime.
Yeah, and FBZ
Titan our top farm, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I was about to talk about, is the fact that he's building to just force attention. He's looking to survive, but also soak multiple heroes towards his lane. And that's going to free up more space for the SF. SF's probably at the most delicate point in the game. Mask Command is complete, heading towards that Dragon's Lance, at which stage it's very difficult for BetBoom to connect for a kill.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Hey, look at that.
Putting some pressure on this mid tower.
Prediction's right. Over 300 trees have died.
Already?
I told you, it's a primal beast. He tramples all the trees.
That's kind of crazy. It's already.
Yeah, not to mention that you had to go for the Wild Axes build, right? He's been chopping trees. They've been working together. They've collectively been killing Earth. Congratulations.
Mid lane. Hoodwink shows up as well. And here comes the onslaught. That's the target you're worried about. Roger, the pulverized range. I mean, okay, that was another one of those cases like the Marcy where it seems like that Skywrath was a little further than that, but you know what, they'll take it.
I'm just going to re-emphasize 2,000 range. 2,000. Had to charge it up, but 2,000 range.
Okay, that was another one of those cases like the Marcy where it seems like that Skywrath was a little further than that, but you know what, they'll take it.
I'm just going to re-emphasize 2,000 range. 2,000. Had to charge it up, but 2,000 range only takes 1.5 seconds. That's more than Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
Like actually, just to put the raw numbers in, Blink is 1,200 range. So it's almost double Blink Dagger. Fun hero.
That's good. FBZ, Flesh Golem, Tombstone. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, you're not killing the watermelon, so that's quite. I don't really understand the commitment there from Soniqs at all. I mean, yeah, they're just going to give up the Tombstone for free. Schem will kill another one, another plus 150. It almost seemed like he expected another person to be there for BetBoom other than the Beastmaster. I'm not sure, but either way. mistake there, really.
I think they're just not giving enough respect to FBZ and how tanky he is. And he's even got 21 charges to work with. Like, this kill never happens unless he obnoxiously steps out of position like this.
Oh.
This would be the way. That's pretty aggressive in terms of positioning. All right, I'll tank it for that.
Well,
that was a little caster curse.
There's 4 heroes now there instead of the 2 initially, right? So that makes sense. But when it was just Undying and Beastmaster at the tower, I don't know about that.
Well, see, they wanted to fight, though. Like, that's why he was skirting the tree line, is because Yopaj was nearby. So they wanted to Ravage into Onslaught. Instead, they're just going to separately die here. Yopaj has to commit the Pulverize. We'll try to walk it off. Might be lucky to get away, because Lal chooses to go for the easy pick onto the Hoodwink instead.
Guess who's just doing his thing at the top lane during all of this? Jack Boys, Mask of Madness. He's farming in the jungle, and if you're BetBoom, don't want to forget about that.
Looks like Boom.
Hawk.
They want to go for mid. They could actually brute force this as well. Like, I don't know if BetBoom want to commit to a defense because of the Ravage threat. Looks like Boom don't want to commit either, though.
Yeah. Another TP coming into the mid lane here. It's Hoodwink. But I was mentioning Dahak is very close to the Battle Fury. 1350 gold needed.
Okay.
Before that broadsword, or the Claymore, excuse me.
Yeah, so that's why I think it's even more important for Boom to find that mid tower, because they need to shrink the map. Otherwise, Troll's going to get a lot of value out of this Battle Fury. Instead, though, they're smoking bot. I don't know if this is because they're trying to intercept the Ancient area, but that's a dangerous dive without vision. And you are playing against a Beastmaster, so he'll almost always have the vision advantage.
Yeah. We are coming up to 15 minutes. Ooh, what's up here? That's another smoke play. Roger. He's still smoked up, getting pretty aggressive. Put the vision in the Radiant side of the triangle. And there's also going to be a scan hit on the side of BetBoom in the Radiant jungle down there. And now they're going to push out and go for this mid lane, is BetBoom. Army of Beastmaster, Pango in the front lines, going for the catch on a Primal Beast. A little too far away now, though. FBZ, he's got Ravage. Undying puts a Tombstone down. FBZ slowly walking at them, though. Has a Soul Ring, 1 charge. Is going to try to kill the Tombstone at least. He's the only one doing damage to it, though, for the time being. And those decays, they are starting to add up.
16 strength
So the tower kill is successful. Yeah, it's that is a bit. And it's just going to be the tower kill, though, it looks like.
Yeah, I think they made the best of the situation. BetBoom felt like they were going a little bit too deep. They back up. The reason they're going so deep is they've set up for it. If you check their vision, they got deep wards. You mentioned the one over near the Ancients. They also had one close to the mid-tier 2. So they were fully prepped for a fight in this area. Even back it up with an observer close to the river area. So they made their intent clear and punished Boom for not trying to take the tower first. Boom will at least turn it into a kill back the other way. Notice they have to commit the Ravage as well to try and kill the Beastmaster off, and it still takes a long time.
Skywrath was picked up in the process too, so a little bit more there, but yeah, them making sure to make that kill happen. The Ravage being the big cooldown. Pulverize, 20 more seconds, gonna be good to go, but now it's Boom's turn to push BetBoom's mid tower. And you get the tier 1. Jackboy shows up as well, worth reiterating. In fact, he's got a BKB in the works, so he almost has a Mental Hammer and just needs the recipe after that. So
yeah, I think what makes that work so well is the Roll of Thunder is still on cooldown, and they just saw Primal Roar commit as well. So there's literally no threat of BetBoom coming and delaying the push in and then counter-attacking on the tier 1. So just a great read by Boom, turning a win in a fight into an objective, a key one at that. Poor little Tims will at least hang around the mid a little bit too long, as Lal will be able to tap him down, but overall still a good exchange for Boom.
Yeah, credit to Laurel. I mean, he's even keeping up quite a bit with that Shadow Fiend too, and his farm's really showing the Orbit Corrosion, that Diffusal Blade, and they're hunting this stack right here. They're going to take the stack, if anything. I'm guessing they are, at least. Yeah, there's no way they just let this be, so they're not going to get the hero kill, but they will get the stack steal, and that's a pretty good net worth swing in their favor.
Yeah, they're trying to just find the hack as much as possible. Now that the tier 1 mid's gone, they need to be more invasive, because the idea now is every area of the Radiant jungle they take away isn't just more farm for the Troll, it's less for the SF. And now they're trying to get something bigger for the Troll. They move into the pit, but Boom, quick to react. Now smoked up and moving in.
Tims. Opens up, stun on the Troll Warlord, speed of stuns. Laurel's jumping in, and so is the Primal Beast of Requiem from the distance. Hits the fear. Troll Warlord's low. He's gonna pop his ultimate right there. If the Battle Trance, Roshan still well alive, but Tahaki's being kited. The Battle Trance gonna wear off any second, but Shadow Fiend also collapsed out by the Pangolier, but down goes the Troll Warlord. Laurel, he's having trouble here, and Chance slow. He's been heavily slowing down. FBZ looking to finish the stop. There's the onslaught forward, just out of range. The trample doing a little bit of work. Laurel somehow alive. Gets out of there. Diffusal slow enough.
That Diffusal saved the day for himself there. If it wasn't for that, your Page would have got 1 or 2 tramples out and the Pango dies. But man, really good fight on both sides. I think the key detail, Boom show you the layering to their CC. If they get the perfect setup, like they follow Ravage into Requiem, everything on BetBoom is controlled. So that's something to keep in mind. And also it's a fragile state for the Troll. He's only got Battle Fury so far. Until he has BKB, he's not safe from this. That's why Dahak just goes bot. I don't think BetBoom rather are going to try to go back into that pit. It's too dangerous, especially with Ravage still being available.
God, it's so low on life though. He's starting to regenerate a bit, but yeah, that's got to feel pretty bad for BetBoom. But Boom Esports, they do their job, and sure they lost the Shadow Fiend, but they prevent the easy Roshan kill. And now the option is there to have it taken for themselves. And look at Tidehunter though. The Wraith Pact just finished now. To get the Hood of Defiance.
I'm surprised they don't go in, actually. I think they could very comfortably take this. I think it's the Pango threat. They're just showing a lot of respect. Because like I mentioned, like the Ravage is still available. Like it looked like it might as well be Ravage, but your Page in that last one, it was just the Onslaught. That's just how impactful it is around Roche. So they still have every layer that they require. And quite rightly so, they will walk into the pit confidently. Even if BetBoom know, they can't do anything to stop this.
And they probably know.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's happening. Oops. Poor little Soniqs. That's a lot of slows. Good lord. I think this cosmetic set makes more sense for the absurd onslaught damage you get there. It's like, yeah, no, he's got a very sharp horn there. That would hurt. It's 470, right?
They ping out Pingo, by the way. Goes up here.
Yeah. I just highlight like that. So, because he took the level 10 talent, 90 extra damage, does 470 damage. Physical, by the way, with onslaught.
That is a lot, jeez.
Yeah. Just
Hero's good.
yeah, I mean, it's just you look at some of the health pools right now. I mean, that's almost a third of LoL's HP pool.
Yeah. Pingo's able to make it out the top lane before any engagement happens onto him. Primal Beast with that BKB. Gonna get disarmed there. Has to be a little careful. FBZ also in the area though, but you can see Boom Esports is controlling the top portion of the map, including pushing that tier 2, which they will successfully do. The BKB, speaking of that, on Shadow Fiend. And he now has the full 9 seconds good to go. He did not have that in the previous fight, so.
And going towards the Silver Edge next just makes a lot of sense. You know, very effective against the Troll. Even if you use on the Beastmaster, it removes that aura to enable the Troll further. And just in general, a nice tool for quickly blocking a backline hero. I use the word block specifically because if Skywrath gets discovered by Shadow-Bladed Shadow Fiend, he's dead instantly. Mid lane, lol. Pulverize is going to connect. They'll even commit the Ravage to guarantee the kill because once again, Skywrath is clipped on the side.
God, yeah, Pango being the big one of that though. That's what they came for. Yeah, we didn't even talk about, by the way, the Aegis was destroyed or killed off very quickly there.
Yeah.
So that's worth reiterating, at least. But even without the Aegis, it's not going to deter Boom from making a play, which they do right there. And now they're going to push the tier 2 tower, that is. The Mask of Madness pop, and tier 2, it's going to fall quickly. Pango up in 10 more seconds. Beastmaster going to do it again. He has his own Wraith Pact as well. Troll Warlord, though, they really need that BKB on him before it feels like BetBoom can feel confident about taking another engagement for themselves.
Yeah, so I mean, with the Aegis now at the equation, BetBoom have a way of going. It comes down to the BKB and Troll. I think that's the best opportunity. And then you kind of get this interesting dynamic in this game where whoever jumps first takes the lead. Because both sides have a way of insta-giving, more or less, right? Like when you think about the Ravage, the Onslaught, Pulverize, Sharpshooter follow-up, Requiem, then on the other side you've got Realm Thunder, Primal Roar, you got the Mystic Flare. So much burst both ways.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
There it is. BKB's purchased and delivered now for Troll Warlord. So now the question is, how confident are you in far as making a play? I mean, Ravage is on cooldown for another 50 seconds here. Obviously, the Aegis no longer an issue as well. So it seems like if they just wanted to smoke up and go pretty quickly, then this might be a decent time. And they are grouping up as if they're going to on the side of BetBoom, but they're not doing it yet. And Ravage, looking now, 35 seconds. I don't know if they're going to hit that timing appropriately.
No, I think they're getting a decent amount of the map. Like, maybe they try for another Roche in possibly 4 minutes, and then they'd, like, don't lose it as quickly this time. But then you do give a lot of space to BetBoom. So I think their goal is just to control the Dire jungle and play that side of the map in long-term prep. Because I think SF is farming well enough that he competes with the Troll. And also, there's still enough looming threat that BetBoom won't try to take more than half this map.
Ooh, here comes the smoke now. BetBoom, but as we're talking about, the Ravage is ready to go for FBZ. So what kind of jump can they make happen? They see the courier flying in, getting some insight. Enchantress.
Not the ideal target to open up on, but she does have a gem. It's tempting.
Yeah, but that's so scary. You do not know what's behind. Laurel's thinking about it. Laurel's going. He's got an Arcane Rune. He's going to jump on it. If he was up, Enchantress, double knockback, going to be triple. No, gets away for the time being. The 4-staff away. He's good. So yeah, fighting on the uphill like this. They put the tombstone down, but it's just retreat time now for Boom.
Yeah, and you use Roll Thunder plus tombstone, so you definitely don't want to tank a fight on the exit. But now you have to defend without those two tools. And SF pushes fast, especially when they're given a freebie like that. Soneko steps a bit too far forward, insta buyback. Still no tombstone for basically the same amount of time he would have been dead. This guy's been found as well. All right, that's just going to be a freebie. Poor little chicken can't get away quick enough.
Laurel, you see they're pinging out him, but he is good.
And BetBoom are just kind of being goaded into fights they don't want to take, right? Like, even these attempts to probe by Lal, there's something infuriating about the way that Boom is playing that is forcing BetBoom, even when they lose heroes, to feel like they can get something in return, which is just categorically not true right now. I mean, even the supports of Boom are obnoxiously tanky, not in raw HP, but like the way they play. So Enchantress has a 4-staff plus the Untouchable, and then a Hoodwink has a 4-staff as well as Scurry. And they have a Ravage in. They just found one. Primal Roar gets forced out, but it's too late. Pango is gone.
Yeah.
What is happening to BetBoom?
They seem scattered. They are just trying to buy time for the Troll Warlord. I mean, that's just pretty much is the game plan here. It feels like they want at least another damage out of that one more item syndrome, as we referred to a couple of times. But this is going to be a death now on Beastmaster as well. So 2 cores dead, and Undying also even getting a little bit low there, but it manages to make it back to base. See the Silver Edge break coming to play from Shadowfiend, but BetBoom just doesn't feel confident with this Troll Warlord right now as far as taking the fight. If whether or not that's the correct decision, certainly up for debate, but to be fair, it's just a BKB in a battlefield right now. He does feel pretty naked in the big picture.
And he might be beaten down in the streets here. Has to commit the BKB. He will TP out just in time for it to run out. Good choice here. Yeah, I agree. Like, I've got to give a lot of credit to Boom. I mean, we mentioned this draft that they have like quite a clear idea of going fast as 5, and it is their known playstyle. And BetBoom kind of baited themselves into it, right? The Troll Battle Fury kind of makes sense, but it means you've got a much later timing. And it feels like they've been trying to make plays happen as 4 that just aren't possible because Boom are rarely split up.
All 5 are up on either side now. Again, Ravage not available for another minute or so for Boom, but Boom Esports every reason to feel very confident about what's going on right here. 30 more seconds for the red timer of Roshan. We'll see. Gonna wait this out, I'm sure, and what kind of Roshan time we have for the respawn, but Boom just controlling that portion, as you'd expect. Go for another Roshan when he is up, and hopefully claim the Aegis a bit longer than the previous time, but it's just Troll up here. He's gonna cut the creep wave.
I will definitely acknowledge the Aegis this time, Breaky. I swear.
Dear God, we forgot.
It's like
Screwed
the
up big
caster
time, man.
version. It's the caster version of leaving cheese in the pit, right? Oh man. I don't feel like
Hawks.
it changed much about the dynamics though. Like the weird part is
No,
Boom lost
it
that Aegis and they just kept playing as if they still had an Aegis.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing about it, right? It's just like, it's almost like, exactly. Okay, he's dead, the Aegis is gone, and anyways, we're just still pushing and controlling the map. Not a big deal.
Yeah, it's that Top Gear meme. It's like, oh no!
Ooh.
Anyway.
That's a pretty big kill by the troll. Yeah, the Mystic Staff now that was being delivered to Primal Beast, trying to finish that Shiva's, is going to be delayed a little bit now, 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, definitely is going to set back the timing a bit. Especially going to be a key detail considering that that was the final component and Roche is now up, so might be forced to take a fight without that, so there's a few K net worth less to worry about that Boom have, but they're still 14K up overall and they've got the big ultimates to play with.
Ravage, and that big ultimate. Just feels like any second now that jump could be happening. Of course, needs the actual vision. And there we go, there's somebody. Not the somebody you're looking for, though. As it's just undying.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
But
That's
Roshan is up.
It's one of those funny games where if you see the green hero on either side, you don't jump him. It's like if you see Tide, no. If you see Undying, no. And BetBoom, they could actually wrap around and try to get some wards in the Ancient area of the Radiant side. Probably their best posturing opportunity. BetBoom should have better vision around the pit. At least you'd think with the fact they have a Beastmaster in play. But this lane top, this push-in has just forced them completely away. And Boom will exploit that perfectly.
All right, this is, yeah. Again, not surprising. Pretty fast Roshan killing team. So that's the shard as well going to be coming out. Oh! Larl trying to make a play there at the last second.
Wait, he got the action.
Did he get the shard?
No,
Okay.
no, he already had it.
He had that.
Yeah, he ignored it. Like, it looked like he got it for a second. That was so close.
He had the inventory space. He made it. He was going for the steals, but no, both are picked up by Shadow Fiend a little too quick. So good attempt from Larl, but I mean, that's going to be on cooldown now for 50 seconds, the Rolling Thunder, that is. And now you have this Aegis on Shadow Fiend, and understandably, Boom says, okay, now let's go high ground.
Now, let's watch the SF intently. It's all that matters now. He's a god in his own right. Primal Roar comes out, Mystic Flare, and it does nothing. Oh, that was kind of the combo, Breaky. I don't think there's more to say here. That should be a lane. Unless they get miraculous back-to-back disarms consistently here.
Oh, Troll Warlord just from afar is doing the ranged attacks. He's got that Skull Basher. I don't know how much they can commit to the Rax kill, though, on the side of Boom. Seems like they are going to be deterred enough. So they're having trouble breaking all the way through. But it's how aggressive do you really want to be on Shadow Fiend? He is almost level 22, and again, as we always stress, level 20 pretty important. Gonna try to hit that here as we're sieging. This Boom, but another disarm. Yopaj thinking about going in all the way. Nope, not going to be that though, but there's the one Rax now going for the melee, but the fortification kicks in. But you talked about they use their combo. Primal Roar still on cooldown for 30 seconds, Flare for 8 seconds.
Yep,
It's not going to be up in time though.
Exactly. It's going to be a melee Rax. You've done what you could, though. You did delay this a lot, and the importance of that is, yes, you still lose the lane, but now it's just 3.5 minutes left on that Aegis, right? It's all about that delay. Now, don't make that same math situation to justify losing a second lane. Like, they won't do that. They will fight if Boom come into their base again.
Bottom lane being pushed in. Dahak has kind of channeled his inner Nature's Prophet. He really has this game on the Troll Warlord. I've constantly been noticing he's been cutting creep waves, pushing out lanes, specifically this top lane. And that's really what he's been doing. So he's trying to make the best of the situation as far as where this game is at. But they saw him pushing right there, and they start heading up, and immediately Dahak realizes that what's happening. So, of course, he's not like the Nature's Prophet, though. He doesn't have that constant teleport. It takes a bit longer for him to get to those places.
And every time someone's like, it takes a long time to get places, I just watch a Primal Beast just travel 2,000 distance. Okay, I'm going to stop now. I think we've beaten it like a dead horse. Hopefully it's gone through to Ice Frog's ears. It's just... The crazy part is, like, Primal Beast is a perfect hero. Ooh. Okay, no. Is it good? Jackie Boy's got time?
Oh.
Yes.
That's such a bad feeling for the Troll Warlord. He's like, all right, I'm just gonna hide now. I see these TPs maybe coming in, and all of a sudden he's just dead.
I mean, it's one of those situations where you're like, maybe the carry has the most godly senses and knows something's wrong on BKB TPs, but there's no justification. I was watching Jackie Boy's Silver Age time. I think he had 3 seconds left when he finally cast the Requiem. The fact that the Hawk stopped walking is what allowed him to do that in the end. Otherwise, he probably would have got the BKB off and just TP'd away.
18-9 hero kills, 20,000 net worth lead though for BetBoom Esports. They are just wrecking right now. Of course, led by the Shadow Fiend, but also Tidehunter's got some pretty good farm. He's going to be Ancient sealed up immediately, but not the biggest steal in the world. That's eventually going to wear off, and so that Ravage threat is real. Proper Warlocked on Shadow Fiend. He's at half-life. He got 4 stepped in. Actually pretty awkward right there, but there's the Aegis. So now he's in it. Not the friendliest of spots. Troll Warlord is TPing in, but he's not going to get here fast enough. BKB out.
Tide has the Ravage, so you don't want to hard commit. Now, the Hack does still have BKB, but I think BetBoom should be happy that the Aegis is gone. They're not. They want more. BKB on BKB. Stun comes out on the Yopaj, though. It's going to be a commitment to Battle Trance. The Hawk is chasing very deep here. Needs to be careful because he's about to run out of Magic Immunity, at which stage he is donezo and gone.
I don't know
Jackie
about
Boy
that.
picks him apart. They'll find Roger on the exit. Mistakes made by BetBoom, and just as Boom was ready to leave, they're now ready to siege.
Yeah, I mean, we all know how Troll Warlord works, and that Battle Trance, yes, it's a great ability at the right time. It's also one of your worst enemies when you use it at the wrong time, and I think that was the case right there. Using it to chase the Primal Beast, who just kept him on a leash, basically, to run him back to his team, and then they just blow up to Hawk as soon as it wears off. So, unfortunate mistake there, and that is going to at least be the middle set of racks. Definitely, potentially. I mean, he still has Ravage. Yeah, this really might just be the game. Laurel jumps in, doing what he can. Buyback is still available to Troll, but refusing to use it for the time being. There is the Ravage to stop the Rolling Thunder, and the dead Pango is there. He buys back on Pango, and it is going to be enough of a hold, including a Bash Proc with the Swashbuckle, and Laurel is moving forward, KP.
Yeah, they need to get a lot done here, though. Well, he's going to get the rebound attack on the Shadow Fiend. Dust reveal here. BKB on cooldown for 5 seconds, but have they got the burst? It's going to be tight, but just enough. SF gone, and FBZ in a bit too deep will join his friendly SF in the early grave here. But still a big mountain for BetBoom to climb. It's still a 23k net worth lead. They had to buy back on the Pangolier. One of the tier 4s is already almost dead.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's considering the situation, it keeps them in the game. I'll say that for BetBoom, certainly. And the fact that Troll Warlord did hang on to that buyback the whole time proves to work out. And so he's allowed to get a little bit closer now to that Nullifier that he's trying to build up here. Almost 3,000 gold saved up. So the hope still stands as both Tidehunter and Shadow Fiend are going to be remaining dead. It's just, how does BetBoom, or what do they capitalize off of what just happened right there? How do they capitalize? And maybe a tier 2 mid could be a possibility, but the Hawk still got to be a little bit careful about this, especially by yourself. But yeah, here comes the backup.
Yeah, Nullifier almost complete. Maybe just unbind R from Battle Trance and bind it to the Nullifier. I think it's going to be a good item, but I still see a world in which we get the walking the dog, as I like to call it, where the Troll Warlord just comes with you and finds himself very much out of position, just like he did in the mid. And there's definitely heroes that can do that, right? Like, especially if he gets forced to commit onto a Primal Beast, which we've seen happen already, Primal Beast will just onslaught away, and you're going to be following him the whole way to the enemy team.
Yeah, something tells me he's going to be a bit more conservative when it comes to holding on to that Battle Trance in a future upcoming fight. But he's almost got the Nullifier, actually. He's just about there. Just needs a Sacred Relic now. Yeah. He has another 3,000 gold saved up.
He just slaps a little post-it note next to his monitor. It's like, if royally screwed, then use Battle Trance. Definitely don't want to... I don't think you want to use it to initiate unless it's like there's a split pick. Like, oh, this SF is not guarded. I will definitely Battle Trance him on his own, because then I can get to a point where I'm perma-bashing. But in 5-on-5, it's a very difficult spell to use correctly in this game right now.
Yeah, to his credit, I think there was that fine line in that last, where, we're talking about how he Battle Trance, they took him for a walk. Like, that is the idea. Like, you pop Battle Trance and the Bash procs hits right away, and all of a sudden, you can lock down and get the kill. But yeah, very close call there.
They broke the smoke, but they went the wrong direction for a second, and that's long enough. I mean, that that kill, even though he has buyback, like that would have set him back. That would have prevented the nullifier coming out, and he probably wouldn't have been ready by the time Roche came around. So, important dodge.
Very long Roshan, and I think that's definitely to the benefit of BetBoom as well, in terms of keeping them alive in this game right now. In fact, they're heading towards the Roshan pit, figuring it could be up soon, of course, as they're correct, but as we see, it's, again, 2.5 more minutes before Roshan will be existing. Tidehunter, by the way, Arcane Rune picked up. And he's going uphill. He is going uphill fast. The Ancient Seal immediately, but you see the spread now of BetBoom. You do not want to re-engage onto this watermelon, knowing that there's backup nearby.
He's got a BKB, so he can ravage whenever he wants. The only thing that will stop him is a primal rule, which you don't want to commit onto a Tide. So this game just got very difficult from that perspective. And it's going to get worse if FBZ gets towards this refresher. So that's why BetBoom needs to start doing things now. And you see they're smoked. They are moving towards Boom. Boom, who are looking for a pick outside of the base into a push onto the front.
So Troll, no buyback, but yeah, he has the item he was going for in the nullifier. And we might see the engagement now. Yep, Laurel is going in. He's going to jump in. He finds the Shadow Fiend in the back lines. The follow-up, though, isn't necessarily going to be there just yet. Onslaught forward, so Enchantress locked down, but the Primal Beast is in. Almost getting the kill on Skywrath. Not going to happen, though, but now to Hawk. He's got the beat down. He is going to pop the Battle Trance, and this time it works as planned. Buyback from Enchantress, not going to be happening for the Primal Beast, though. Jack Boys, with the Battle Trance wearing off to Hawk, deciding to back up now. Jack Boys needing to survive himself. His BKB's up. FBZ still has Ravage, by the way. Hasn't found the opportunity to use it, but you can tell BetBoom Esports is just really trying to retreat this whole time. And they are going to successfully outside of the Primal Beast death.
Yeah, unfortunately lose the Primal Beast, but they minimize casualties because they commit the BKB so early onto Hack. Once that happens, you realize that as long as FBZ just waves his ass around in front of him and says, I've got Ravage, they're not going to jump him. So great positioning by FBZ to make sure the rest of the team get out with minimum casualties. They did have to buy back on Scam, though, so if he goes down, that's going to be a lot of utility missing with a 4-staff and Glimmer Cape on this Enchantress.
Oh, gets the haster in.
You really want the shiny.
he was so like, he was going back and forth initially because he saw the entire team nearby too, and he's like, I screwed, I'm just going for it. And he ends up picking it up, so. The Shadow Fiend. Yeah, tier 4 items starting to come out, so a couple of Trickster Cloaks we see.
Both sides, yeah. So pretty useful against both of these cores, since they're all physical damage with no MKB. Roche about to be up in 10 seconds, and everyone is going to be available for the party. Now, there is an advantage for BetBoom Esports because they have this tier 1 still, so they have a TP point if someone needs to buy back.
Pango high ground, not going to stick around though to expose, or maybe he blinks just in time. Primal Beast thought he had the engagement. Laurel's a little too quick though.
Really want that grab. You see BetBoom, that they have to be very elegant with the way they start this fight. A messy fight will lead to a win for Boom. It's just the way the heroes are designed, and Lal is looking to open up. Rolling Thunder. The best thing he can do is back off and not reveal himself in the smoke, but now they know. Rolling Thunder has been used. It's already half duration. He's not going to get great value for it. Tim's is going to be forced off to safety, and Lal now without his ultimate for 60 seconds.
Yeah, you can't commit a fight without that at all. So BetBoom will start retreating, but yeah, it's, again, it's one of those situations. You're antsy, you know, it's trying to come back in this game. He thought they had an engagement, but Boom has been doing a great job of retreating when they need to, and they're doing a good job of almost finding a pick chance. They still could find it. Noticed, being run down. Gonna pop the Wraith Pact, Primal Roar, but on the Primal Beast, it's gonna piss him off even more. He's definitely dead, it's just a matter of how long.
Exactly. He hit the dust on the Jackie boys, so at least delayed his death, and he drags them all the way back to the base. But now, unless you're willing to commit a buyback, which you don't have,
nope,
Roche is going to be going to Boom.
No Beastmaster means there's a double damage rune, by the way, but they don't see it. But
It doesn't. It's like, it'd be nice, but whoop-de-doo, all right? No one's going to stop you from taking this. That's also going to be a Refresher Shard now, so if this Tide was a problem before, I don't know the solution now.
Well, there's the Refresher Shard.
Yeah. It's like, take everything. You will carry the rest of this game, FBZ. You're the chosen one.
And he's going to go pick up the double damage now. So, I mean, you got all the tools, right? If you're Boom. I ain't saying they got to force a big fight right here, but it feels like that they got all the tools of the double damage in the Aegis, the cheese, the refresher shard. As much farm as they have. Go bottom lane, get that tier 2 tower, and start sieging into the base to try to really finish this game. Feels like a pretty good strategy if you're Boom.
Yeah, it does give enough time for BetBoom to get all their heroes back up and ready to brawl, but that DD did get spotted in the end. Jackie Boy has it in his bottle. This SF will kill the troll before he reaches him in this situation, so
Yep.
very difficult to defend this tower. It's a very big ask. And look at FBZ just confidently walking in right now.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Using the courier to get some info as well, killed off immediately. Yeah, it's that BetBoom basically just protecting this high ground area. They got the vision. They're just going to sit here and try to wait for an engagement opportunity. I mean, Laurel is ready to go. He calls for it, but Boom is not necessarily giving it to them, although the double damage has been activated. Shadow Fiend, he's charging in. But now BetBoom has retreated back to their base and going to go for the last stand at their tier 3 tower now.
Yeah, he used it to secure the tower to make sure they didn't try to fight them there, as that could have been a little bit awkward to try and fight into. But now, BetBoom, they've lost all out of map control. And if you look at the vision side of things, it supports that idea as well. I mean, they are playing blind Dota. Very dangerous game.
Mm-hmm. Hoodwink, the Lotus Orb, the Aeon Disc has a Solar Crest buff. He's able to apply to a Shadow Fiend.
Yeah, it's just such an annoying hero like this, because this Hoodwink is actually doing a lot more than is clearly apparent. The Bushwhack is just a probe for a free kill. Sharpshooter follow-up damage is no joke either. 1,250 damage at maximum charge, and with the Pulverize of the Primal Beast, we've seen already in this game that you get a free full charge into a hit.
Shadow Fiend has the Arcane Blink queued up. 7,300 gold saved up as well.
It's kind of interesting, right? Because usually when you see this right-click SF, like if it's going to get a blink, it's going to be a swift blink. But makes sense. Requiem Bomb Insta just gives you the CC to still pursue kills. Like swift blink will allow you to right-click faster, but this allows you to complement the CC that the rest of your team is bringing.
It really is interesting. This has definitely become a very noticeable mindset. I think I say this a lot of our games lately that we've been covering here on Stream E, and that these teams that get these obvious leads that they have of 20K plus net worth and feeling very good, and even in this case, you know, having the Aegis, the cheese, refresher shard, etc. But they're just not confident enough to truly push it to the base. And again, there is that fine line. You don't want to just literally throw yourselves at the other team by any means, but the idea of just waiting for their opponents to eventually try to, you know, make a play themselves, make that mistake, and then, you know, win the fight and end the game that way. It feels like a lot of these teams are relying on to finish these games out.
It's the history of TI. It's the lessons that have been learned. Too many times a turnaround has been offered by a team playing a little bit too aggressive, trying to end the game a bit too fast. And I think there's definitely an argument to be had that, you know, playing to win is better than playing to survive. Especially when you're ahead like this, but at the same time, you can't blame teams for thinking this way, and the funny part is the team behind is kind of mirroring that feeling, right? Like we've seen this time and time again, where the team in the lead doesn't have any intrusion upon that lead, because the other team's too spooked to come out of their base.
I mean, there's 50 seconds remaining on this Aegis, so
yeah.
Jack Boys, it's either now or you just kind of keep waiting,
DD.
and it looks like now. Yeah, the double damage, here we go, the blink, the Arcane Blink is delivered. That's what they were waiting for, apparently.
Yeah, he's ready to party. If he wants to get use out of the Aegis, he's got to be fast about it. I mean, it's a DD, it's tempting, but it looks like instead Boom are going to play restricted here. They're just going to back away.
All right. I mean, if they are continuing to get way more farm. So again, I understand that perspective completely. And you know, not to say that they're doing anything wrong. It is just a case of like you said, there is that TI factor. Everything on the line is understandable. You know, really just want to make sure that they close out this game appropriately and not give them the big throw chance. But on the other side, BetBoom, they're doing what you would expect of sitting in the base. But this is kind of that natural transition. They buy the smoke, and I feel like that we're going to see an attempt soon here from BetBoom to kind of smoke out all those 5 like this, and now they're going to go for the play, whether or not they're able to find that kill. I mean, Enchantress is up here by herself, but that's not really the kill you're looking for. You want something else. You want this Primal Beast? Oh, that was awkward. Yopaj, Primal Roar, you got the BKB off. Here comes Dahak, though, with the beat down. He gets a Lotus Orb. Reflection's kicking in. Mystic Flare, though, melts him. He's out for 90. Has a buyback there. The counter initiation, the Ravage, and KP, that's now their turn.
Yeah, they're going to move in for a Requiem Bomb. Good enough to get rid of the Troll. Now gone for 80 seconds. Big kill into Huck, but he does have buyback, and you can see the hesitation, the way that BetBoom commit there. In the end, they go a little bit too deep. Just great play by Boom as well. Like, the patience being shown. They're willing to sacrifice an arm to take the head of their opponent, and they do exactly that. If BetBoom have to buy back on Dahak, that's a clear, emphatic win condition for Boom. Meanwhile, this death on the Primal Beast, if he dies again, it's not the end of the road, especially with this refresher on the FBZ tide.
Yeah, and obviously I'm sure that BetBoom is very aware that that was a possibility, so now the second Ravage online. 25 on Shadow Fiend as well, so he has those raises applying the attack damage. There's that second Ravage, but great spread from BetBoom. They avoid it just barely. Now the fortification kicks in, and
they've got refresher. But it shares cooldown, so yeah, like it's like in the old days, like, damn, this is the big brain play. You go back and you refresh, but those days are past us. The refresher shard and orb, of course, does share cooldown these days, so it won't be a clutch turnaround play.
It almost felt like for a moment.
I think.
Yep. I was gonna say that. It's like, wait a second. I mean, let's go. No, I got the wait. Yeah, they changed that. Dang it.
You just like throw the item in the trash. Like, what's the point? Yeah, it definitely had that feeling about it, because there's been plenty of games in the past with Tide like this where that wins the game. Like, we fake back essentially because I have this new item. Surprise! But BetBoom graciously will be saved by the patch note changes of 7.32.
Well, now Tidehunter now queues up his own Arcane Blink. It says that's a pretty nice item. You got there, Shadow Fiend. I wouldn't mind one myself.
Yeah, there's not much else to build, right? It's pretty much slotted. Yeah, you could go boost to travel, I guess, but this is just better. And, I'm wondering, so we've got Heaven's Halberd. I wonder if any other hero could slot that in. Yeah, actually, whoa. So the only hero left that I'd say could build Heaven's Halberd, logically, that hasn't, is probably Undying, because they have got it on both the Pango and the Beastmaster. I think this game, while it should in theory be easy for Jackie Boys, you can see why it's not. Between the cheap disarms of Lucky Shot and the double Heaven's Halberd, they have to be very careful about the way they start these fights. If the Ravage doesn't connect onto the appropriate hero, then Jackie Boys probably can't follow up.
Tide poking in, pulling the creep wave. You do see BetBoom is interested to try to find that opening once again. The Silver Edge on Troll Warlord, but it's going to be wearing off now. Once again, falls back. Roshan 210. It's a bit longer.
You really wish you could get an Abyssal quickly if you're Dahak. But you just have to hold for that buyback, I think. I mean, he just bought out, a little bit dangerous. He's 450 short, so I don't think he should be anywhere dangerous until he's got that buyback available again. Like, otherwise, he's just going to be a walking liability for his team.
So Refresher Orb is ready now for the Tidehunter, but I also saw, what was it? Yeah, Pango picking up the Refresher Orb himself, so he's actually got double everything now as well.
Oh, that's actually pretty cool here. It comes back to that idea, who jumps first can win. The problem is, like, it has to be maybe FBZ, and you might have enough lockdown with Double Rolling Thunder to hold him before he can Ravage. But it's the BKB, right? Like, there should be a window when Kraken Shell dispels him where he can BKB. So they still need a direct answer for that, which is why I want Abyssal for the Troll. It still feels so far away.
You know what the item that Boom has been waiting for this whole time to actually now finish this game is the Sprank.
Oh.
The Sprank on Scam, and he gets it.
Of course. So yeah, he's just, the power of the memes. BetBoom want to end in favor of them. Dahak's going to move in hunting. Primal Roar's going to come out. They're going to roll through. Ravage is going to be forced out, and it does connect in time. The farm Ravage as well. Troll Warlord hasn't used BKB. Requiem there. Oh. He's gone. Dahak has no opportunity to respond. Refresher is too late from the Pangolier. He is also going to hit the deck. What a move out of Boom.
I mean, yeah, double ravage is pretty good. It's a very obvious statement, I know, but it seems like, you know, it took a while before that eventually became evident in this game. And yeah, Troll Warlord just didn't stand a chance. Of course, he has buyback with the Pango. Gonna definitely have to use it here, obviously. Shadow Fiend, speaking of refresher, he pops one of his own right there. So he's got his full Requiem and everything else good to go now, including that BKB.
And you can see how
right for
quickly
the
he's gonna
Ancient.
beat people. It's exposed.
This is it. Yeah, but there's the buybacks, and immediately Shadow Fiend just blinks away. Not gonna give them a shot.
Got the dive.
Catch Tidehunter, and Laurel's going in though. Laurel wants us to make a play out of this. Lotus Orb is applied as mentioned.
Silver Edge.
Rolling Thunder, going for the Shadow Fiend now. Meanwhile, FBZ, obviously no Ravage, but they're still trying to beat him down. However, there's the Requiem explosion, the fear on a Pango, but Shadow Fiend, realizing it didn't fear Dahak, respecting the BKB of his. Battle Trance is still ready to be used as well. FBZ eats the cheese. He's good. Seneko, speaking of getting out, his Aeon Disc pops there, and now he's vulnerable. Uh-oh, Troll Warlord, he gets found. He's in trouble. He pops his Battle Trance, but once again, the Watermelon trying to take him for a walk right there. Lift it up, and there it is. Oh, Dahak is still alive with the lifesteal, but finally, the trample on through is too much to handle, and he's out for 100+ seconds now. No buyback this time around. Laurel, likely to be the same story. Yes. A couple more auto attacks. And Boom is going to take game number 1.
Oh, what a way to clean it up as well. BetBoom just backed into a corner. Double buyback means they have to go find a fight. Otherwise, Boom are just going to wait them out. And Boom, the patience, the peel back, they made sure that BetBoom were far out of position before they took the fight. And a key detail there is Pangolier is stretched thin, chases onto the Tidehunter, secures that for Dahak, but Dahak isn't on what really matters there, the SF. He's unleashed. And although Dahak does get the BKB out in time, it just feels at that stage, you don't have the magic immune on your side. You don't have the means to stand up against all this crowd control of Boom. Great end to this game out of Boom.